Alright boys, it's time to make the car go as good as it sounds. So, obviously I've opened this stuff up because I can't wait. I'm a big child. And these are definitely not your generic hero flavoured chocolates. So, start with this first. I've just bought a fuel pressure regulator and hose kit. Hopefully it's enough to that I can have a decent fuel pressure at the rail, and I'm messing with the rail as well, so I'll show you that in a bit. But you get a fuel regulator, there's some hoses underneath, and then you get a lot of different fit-ins that you can use to put on the return line, but I'll cover that in another episode. The big news is this. My new Max ECU. Again, I've opened this up because I'm a big child and I cannot wait. So I've got the ECU, which I'll go over in a second. I've got a pair of new Bosch knock knock sensors. Knock knock, who's there? These are the fittings that I need for the block. So the block is an M12 by something, and these are that looks like an M8. So these are adapters for them. Then we've got 8 yellow injectors. So these are Denso injectors, 450cc I think they are, which will do me for now. They fit straight into the rail. I've got the plugs for them, and that should be more than enough for 7 to 10 pounds of boost. So I've got 8 of them. They're all here. There's 4. There's another 4. So they will be put in the rail in a bit. And then I've also got I got an air temperature and a coolant temperature sensor. So that's another set of sensors in this bag. Oh, don't lose them. In this bag are 2 wideband lambda sensors, so one for each bank. This is the, let's have a look, what am I doing here? Yeah, there they are. There's the 2 wideband lambdas, and then the kit that you need to fit it. That's the plug for that one, that's the plug for another one. This one's got a CAN interface on it, so you can talk to the ECU differently to the way this one does. And then finally, we've got the, I'm going to be a tuning mastermind like us, assuming that is Max ECU. And in here, I have a Max ECU race ECU. This isn't the H2O model because it's going inside the car, but you basically got a Wi-Fi antenna, USB connector. There's an internal map sensor in here, which is one of the main reasons I wanted one of these. And then you got your 2 plugs. And the reason I went with the race was because of the amount of inputs and outputs you get and you need. And the more we get into this, the more you realize why I went for the more expensive one, because you've got the Max. You've got the Max ECU, the normal one or standard. Then you've got Max Street, then you've got Max Race, and then you've got another one then, the Max Pro, which does everything. So I went sort of middle to higher level of the road, so I don't have to worry about it. And then you get your 2 wiring looms. In this is the premium box, or the premium kit. So you get your 2 wiring looms. On wiring loom number 2, we do have a bunch of thermocouples for the EGT sensors, but I'm not going to be running EGT sensors yet because I'm not taking that manifold off yet. We've also got a kit then to run the map sensor. That's not hose. This is hose. There you go. So you can run that from the map sensor in the ECU to the engine somehow or other. And this is what we're going to be doing over the winter to make it all work properly. So yeah, I'm going to be deep in a lot of these thermocouples because we don't need them for now. I will keep them. And then we've got our 2 plugs for the ECU. And we should be golden. Something I didn't realize when I bought this this ECU that I really like about the this setup is this wiring loom they give you is all labeled. So if I zoom in on this here, you can see that is my 12-volt starter or extra wire. This one is GP out 5, so it's general purpose out. You know, as injector cylinder 6 there. Really cool, really useful. Thank you, Max. That's really helpful. It would have saved me a lot of time not doing all of this, but at least I pinned out all the the plug, so I know all the wires are connected correctly. But I could have saved myself some time if I just trusted them. Anyway, I'm really excited about this because that means I'm no longer requiring the standard engine management to suffer and make my engine go really rich, which is probably causing me some issues. Anyway, so that's this is the big theme of this. In here we've just got a bunch of connectors. So I've got coil connectors. These are cam sensors. These are just Deutsch connectors, injectors, loads of different stuff in here that I might need, and I can guarantee you I'm going to use all of this and need more, but that should do me for now. So this is the project for the next couple of months. Yay! Oh, and I almost forgot. You get some stickers. The most important thing, the stickers. Right, we're going to do a quick 1UZ non-VVTi drive-by-wire throttle body adapter on the inlet manifold. Actually, I think that needs to go on there. So this is fairly easy, I believe. It just means that all I need to do is take these studs out and drill holes through it, and then I can fit my Bosch drive-by-wire throttle. So hopefully they give you everything. And of course I need like 2 hands to do this, but one's holding the camera. Can I do it with one hand? Yeah. Yay. So, fancy O-ring. They give you the bolts you need. Cool. And then the adapter. This is from Venom Automotive. They've probably inscribed their logo on yours somewhere. No, they haven't. That's a surprise. Anyway, Venom Automotive. That goes on there, I believe, like that. So we need to, there's threads there, so we need to take these studs out and bolt through that side. The bottom gets bolted through as normal, and then we can put a drive-by-wire throttle on. Easy as that.
Flexus.
So that's the inlet manifold pretty much done. I've got a boost solenoid at the front. It plugs in here. I've got a coolant temperature sensor, goes into the standard part of the bridge there. Got my injectors, got my throttle body. So I've got put my Bosch throttle body on there with my Venom adapter and then a Hurricane adapter. This is adapter central to allow me to have one of these adjustable Hurricane, or I don't know what they're called, but they're fancy V-bands. You can pull this off. I'm not going to do it all because I made a mess of it last time, but you can pull that off and then this whole thing comes off, and we'll finish this off when it's in the car. I've also got some trays down there to hold the wiring. I'll show you the other side, it's a bit cleaner. And then I'm still working on the piping and the hoses for the fuel at the moment. Same goes for the fuel gauge, fuel pressure gauge. But yeah, this is pretty much how the inlet is going to stay. I've got my all my injectors in, got my throttle body. This is going to be air temperature sensor when I've got this done. When we go over to the other side, first, before we get there, I've got my middle for diddle connectors to the rest of the loom that go in there. 1, 2, 3, easy peasy. And then this side, much simpler, not quite finished yet, still missing my fuel pressure gauge or fuel pressure sensor, which is going to go in here. And then I've got my just 4 injectors here. This is an example of the tray that I got at the other side. Keeps it all nice and neat and looks tidy, really. And like I said, I'm still doing sort of hose work to get my fuel to the rail and what have you. So that's we'll sort that out when the engine is back in the car and I know the hose runs. So I might have mentioned previously that the inlet comes into the main loom here by these 3 plugs. I need to find a way to clip these 3 plugs down. Not quite sure how to do it, to be honest, but we'll get there. But the main loom is quite neat, I think. So I've got my 2 plugs, my power and my sense plugs there that plug into the car, and I've got my boost reference pipe that goes with it. Boost reference pipe comes down here, comes up here, and then just gets plugged into the inlet. So the inlet is nice and easy. You just unplug 3 plugs, boop, boop, and boop. You take this out and then take the whole inlet off once you've undone all the bolts. The loom itself comes, like I said, comes in via these 2 engine plugs. It goes down here and it splits off to branch number 1, goes down here under to the front of the engine where it goes to my alternator. We've got a small branch off for my lambda sensor, so that would be my wideband this side. Then it splits off again to go up to the coils on this side of the engine. So this plug, again, all modular, so I can unplug this, and then I can take all of my coil wiring loom out and change it if I need to. Then it comes along here where we split off for this mess in the middle for my inlet stuff. It splits off again, goes underneath to the starter motor and some knock sensors. It splits off again to do my coils on this side, again all modular, and it splits off down here to go to the other side of the lambda sensor and my reversing sensor on the gearbox. The final one then, the final piece, goes down the bottom under the engine here to where my oil sensor and things are going to be, right about down there. And I've also got my aircon compressor up here, and also, oh, I'm getting old, this is where the cam and crank sensor go. Crank sensor's down there somewhere, so it all finally ends up down here on the front of the engine. That loom, it's not my best, but I think it's pretty good. Quite neat, keeps everything away nice and tidy, and keeps it all on the engine, and it's really easy to take it off as well. So it all comes off on the back. Doesn't mean I've got to take the engine out to get the loom off, but it keeps it all hidden out of the way, so you don't see much of the engine loom, because wires are untidy. Even my tidying up with my heat shrink and loom tape and whatever else I've used. So yeah, that's the engine loom. It's taken me forever, but I think I'm fairly happy with it. So as I may have mentioned before, the car, or the engine, has just two plugs. Comes off the engine loom. This is a power plug. This is a sense plug. Well, that's what I'm calling them, power and sense, because this mostly has power. This mostly has sense or sensor information. That's why there's lots of pins in this one and not so many in that one. Anyway, that then plugs into the rest of the loom, which is pretty much there. This this mess here is actually two looms, so if I can grab that and move that out of the way for a second. This is the loom that we've looked at before, where this goes into the car via the normal Ford plugs. This goes to the front of the car. Hopefully I can remind you back to when we changed the front end loom, where we've got the front loom that just plugs into this on the side of the car. There's my ABS plug, and this is the main fuse box for the front of the car. All labelled out, all ready to go, apart from one cable needs terminated in when I know how long it needs to be. Notice on this one, now instead of those scabby old plugs I used to have, I've got these fancy Deutsch connectors, and these are really easy again, power and sense. And I've tidied up all of this in here, believe it or not. That spaghetti actually makes a lot more sense now. And that is ready to be bolted back in the car, apart from a few things need to change in the in here, because we've changed the way we're doing our engine fan. So that's that loom. These two plugs then go into this loom. So these two plugs, like I said, power and sense. That did say P at some point. And this is S for sense. That then goes into these two, which plug into the engine. So that is my engine loom interface. This then goes into the car via that hole up there. That one. And when it goes into the car, it splits off first to the ECU. That's the ECU plugs. These are sparesies that EGTs these are. I'm not going to use them yet. There's the other end of my boost pipe. And then finally, this goes off to the car interface, which currently isn't finished, but this one sits in the car. The dashboard comes off these two plugs here, and the rest of the car comes off this plug that just needs to be terminated. These are earths. So that's the interface loom. That's the car interface loom. I think it's all mostly done apart from this bit here. When that goes into the car, it will then go onto the dashboard, which is there, which needs a whole rewire. So that dashboard, those are the 2 plugs that I was on about. That one needs a rewire. But this has taken me so long, I haven't got there yet. So the car's basically had a whole rewire, apart from the inside of the car itself, the engine loom, the engine bay, the engine to car interface, the dash, pretty much all been rewired. So it takes a long time and a lot of thinking and working out. However, I am almost there. So a little bit longer, a few more nights out here in the cold, getting this wiring loom done. I'm going to focus on the dashboard, and then hopefully it'll all get plugged in, and it'll all work. Fingers crossed. I do have something special for the dash as well. If you've been following me on Instagram and Facebook, then you already know what it is. But if you haven't, then yeah, you're in for a bit of a treat, because hopefully, if it works as well as I expect it to work, then I think it's pretty much next level. It's next level for me anyway, so, you know, if you don't like it, well... Anyway, that's it. That's the wiring update. The car is ready for the engine. Okay, future me. Got my bracket. Sits in there like that. Grab a nut. That's one of them nuts. Grab another nut. I think it's that one. And grab another nut, goes in there somewhere. Come on. Okay. Big gun. One. Oh. Two. Ah. I need that, thank you. 3. And then the pedal goes, there's that there for that there, and that there for that there. So it should go on. And then I've got 2 more nuts. Where'd they go? 2 more nuts. 1 and come on, you can do it. 2. Gently, not many agger daggers on this one. There you go. And there's my 3 pedals. Nicely spaced. Excuse the steering rack. Reasonably spaced, I think. And yeah, decent movement. Very similar to what we had before. And just got the fly-by-wire stuff to do. So, nice.
Turn it up now.
actually have any more footage left of all that wiring. It took me so long, and it's been done over such a long period of time. I think I've probably lost a bit, and probably forgot to film some of it. But you get the point. Lots of wiring, done the inlet, done the engine, done the car, done the dash, put the dash back in. So in one of the next episodes, either the next one or the one after that, I'll actually show you how the digital dash works and how it has been fit into the car and how it's wired in and all that jazz. So yeah, you'll hopefully see that soon, which is the end of the wiring as far as this car is concerned for now, until I start adding more stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much the wiring. So that pretty much took me all winter from start to finish, from buying the ECU, rewiring, sorting all the engine loom out and all the other looms, etc. So it's taken some time. But you know, I'm me from the future now. That footage was from all of last winter, so quite a while ago. Yeah, it all turned out all right. You're just gonna have to trust me on that and wait until the next couple of episodes. So stay tuned, come back next time, watch the next episode. Maybe it'll be the dash. I don't know. I know I keep teasing it, but trust me, it's pretty cool and it's quite interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Ciao.